Hey guys, I was yawning, but I'm not now. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all already know what it is.
If you don't, it's podcast time.
Y'all should know what it is. But how's everybody been? We done been through the holidays. It's a new year. You guys, decided to turn over any new leaves.
Are you still sticking with your New Year's resolution? Because most people, they give up on them by like January 19th.
Like 3 weeks?
Yeah, so not even 3 weeks. So if you're still sticking to it by the time this episode drops, we're proud of you. Keep going.
I haven't even started a resolution.
Haven't even started. Haven't even had the time. Maybe in February we'll start.
Is it a New Year's resolution if we start in February? We're just trying to change our lives.
Yeah.
Small steps at a time.
Like I got a lot going on, man.
I cleaned out my side of the room today so I could put a yoga mat down. That way I could get up in the morning and just do some yoga. Step off the bed into yoga. Yeah, whatever.
Shout out to you if you're still working on stuff from last year so you can start working on stuff for this year, because that's kind of where I'm at right now, and I'm not ashamed of it.
You should never be ashamed of where you are.
I'm making progress regardless.
I follow this page on Instagram. Some of you might like it. It's called More Gentle Reminders.
I saw that. I like that.
Pretty good.
I like that.
Pretty good page, guys. At More Gentle Reminders. More.gentle.reminders.
I've been following the Nap Ministry on Instagram. Rest is important. And you should do more of it.
So yeah, give yourself grace. Take naps. That's where we are. She takes naps and I give myself grace. So yeah, make sure you get some good stuff in your social media. I know everything's about social media now. Make sure that your social media is not just twerking and negativity, y'all. And make sure you got some positivity in there, some good motivational things.
Kind of keep it diverse. Mix it up a bit.
Just things that are moving in the same direction you're moving. Whether that be business or, inner peace. Try to surround yourself with those things.
Some good stuff.
But yeah, oh dang. I'm Wavy.
I'm Tuesday.
We forgot.
What up? We got a lot of new people on our page, so y'all probably don't know who we are. But now you do, so welcome to the fam.
Man, that's wild.
Yeah.
Follow us on Instagram.
And here. Fuck it.
At Wifey in Wifey, the letter N. You're here, so you know.
And if you watch this far,
_painter.
At Tuesday Writes on Instagram, TikTok, other places.
I don't do the tickery tockery tick. The tickery tockery.
As you can tell, my dance moves are not on TikTok.
She has no
zero.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the first episode of season 2, second year doing this, of Wifey and Wifey. I am Wavy and this is Baby. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. This is Tuesday and we are on Wifey and Wifey. She's laughing at me because, as always, I don't know the script. This is our first complete year at this point of doing the podcast, and I still don't know it. And at this point, you might as well just give it up.
Y'all already know what we do here. We run our mouths.
We talk about all types of stuff. Relationships, life, romance, marriage.
Bullshit.
We love the bullshit.
And if you're still here, then obviously you like it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, y'all already know how I feel. I'm not going to say it this episode because there's new people here and I'm trying to be better. But next episode... Y'all already know what y'all can do.
Y'all already know. But yeah, we have a pretty good episode today. First off, how are you, my darling? How you been?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Welcome to the new year. Happy New Year's, 2022.
It is 2022. I'm going to paint my toenails after this.
That's nice. That's cute.
You want me to paint yours?
I mean,
I could cut them for you.
Yeah, I need them cut.
She don't care for polish or jewelry.
No, I'm really not
anything.
I'll polish my toes, but like my hands, I really don't like polish. I really like big hands, and when they have polish on them, I think that like accentuates even more how big they are. Which I don't have a problem with women with big hands, but I'm not a big woman. I'm small, and my hands are like outrageously big. So it just like draws more attention.
I don't know if they're outrageously big, but her hands are bigger than mine.
I am 5'3" with shoes on, and I can palm a basketball. That's how big my hands are.
I cannot palm a basketball.
Yeah, like palm like. Blah.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna paint my toenails after this. How are you, love?
I'm good, because it sounds like you're gonna be cutting my toenails. I enjoy that.
I will cut your toenails.
Fun fact, I usually don't cut my nails because my wife does it. She be catering to me, and I love it.
I do cut her toe. I've cut her toenails for the last 8 years. How long have 13, almost 9.
Yeah, it's coming up on 9.
Wow, we've been together almost 9 years.
Yeah, man.
I've been cutting her toenails this whole time, and let me tell y'all why. Because she cuts her nails crooked, and that disturbs everything in my being. So I do not allow her to cut her nails, fingers or toes. Anyway, moving right along. Today, we're going to be talking about not listening to everybody. You don't have to take advice just because you heard it on the interwebs.
Whoa.
And
that's crazy because we almost
that
have
goes
like,
for us too.
Yeah, we have a relationship advice like podcast or whatever.
If we're giving you bad advice,
don't listen to it.
Which
we don't always know what the fuck we're talking about. I'm not a therapist. I ain't got no certificate. I got a BS in aviation management, and I don't even really know too much about that. I'm an author.
It don't matter. Most of the time,
it's
y'all
pretty
already
good
know
advice.
I give y'all decent advice, and I tell y'all all the time that I'm not a therapist. If you need a therapist, go see a therapist. The best I could be for y'all is a life coach. And even, then, like, I don't really care to coach your life. So,
you know what you should be doing. That's kind of our platform.
But I like to give y'all little tips, tricks, hints about life, things that I've learned, things that we've gone through.
Yeah.
But just because you hear something somewhere doesn't mean that it will work for you in the life that you lead.
Yeah. And the main reason we decided to talk about this is because there are so many like relationship coaches right now on the interwebs, on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, podcasts. There's so many people perpetuating themselves as experts in relationships, and either they very obviously don't know what they're talking about, they're lying and saying that they have expertise they don't have, like they are certified when they not. This dude on TikTok, they were like, but you say you have certificates, but you don't have none. Like, we looked. And he's just blocking everybody. Like, oh, I don't need this negativity. But you can't do that. Like, ethically. Like, I'm not even like, you can lie, steal, and cheat. But why you lie, steal, and cheating like good people? I don't really fuck with that. Or they're talking about things they really don't know. Granted, you don't have to be in a relationship to have good relationship advice, but sometimes you do. To a certain extent, you do have to have the mindset, the morals, be the person that you are claiming to actually be when you're giving advice.
Or be the person that don't try to push an opinion on something when all you know is negative.
Yeah.
Because it just ends up being wrong and stupid. And you have people that don't know any better following behind you, also with this dumb opinion, doing the wrong things and not getting where they want to be because they listening to your stupid ass.
Yeah. I think a perfect example of this, do you know who Derek Jackson is?
Uh-huh.
So when it was like found out that he was cheating on his wife, but you've been preaching and like telling women like this is how you keep a man and this is how you do this and do that. But your wife is supposedly the epitome of this, but you're cheating on her. So it's like you're not even practicing what you preach, very obviously. And I'm not saying anybody has to be a perfect person, but when you're saying if you are not X, Y, and Z prepared to be alone, but then the person who is literally that you are treating like shit, you're disrespecting them on a public forum, then you're just an asshole that don't know what they're talking about. Pretty much.
Yeah, facts. I mean, to me, I think that people hold themselves way too highly sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And then you feel as if you're on this platform looking out above the rest and that you can do no wrong. Meanwhile, you're telling all these people that they have to be a certain way and that they should reach for the perfection that you put in front of them because that's the only way to be. And we definitely are of the mindset that there's no right way to be.
Yeah.
To me, as long as somebody's a good person, I'm good. You know what I mean? And when I say a good person, I mean overall. I'm not saying you got to give to charity or this or that. I'm just saying, like, just a decent human being. I'm never going to judge you for the way you choose to live your life. Mm-hmm. You know, because at the end of the day, like, who the fuck am I? Who am I?
Yeah.
I'm just somebody who's been married for a little bit, been in a relationship for a little bit, made some mistakes, and is trying to help others possibly surpass those mistakes. That way they don't have to go through the hardships that I went through.
Yeah.
I'm not somebody out here trying to get y'all for y'all money or, you know, disrespecting everybody just so they like me. Yeah. Which is wild. It's wild that y'all gravitate towards people who dog the shit out of you and be like, man, I aspire to be like him. Or I aspire to be like her. I want to be like them. That shit is crazy to me.
I think one of the reasons why you were like how so many people, they like think so highly of themselves. And you see this a lot with relationship coaches because the main demographic of relationship coaches, it's mainly men. And there's a reason why there's so much of the same rhetoric over and over and over again.
Ego. Wow.
It's ego and it's misogyny and it's craziness. But there's also women like the femininity coaches and you have to be a certain way and this, that, and third. And that's definitely not something I prescribe to. No matter where you're at in your life, you have the ability to find love someone, and are worthy of love. You don't have to be a perfect person. You know, if you're a nice person, that's better. But if you're an asshole, you might find loves too. That's not my issue. Make it work and try not to be so much of an asshole so you can make somebody else happy.
Yeah.
I'm not like she said, we're not saying you have to be a certain way. We're just saying, you know, these are things that we've been to. If you relate to it, fine. Don't change for people. Be yourself, and you will find the love that you want. Really, it has to work for you. You can't look out for like some type of template or something.
Yeah, and y'all, we get these topics just going through everyday life. Yeah. Like things happen. We see things that we feel like maybe we should address, or other people may need to hear. And this is how we bring stuff to y'all. Like we literally are just living out here. And we see this type of stuff all the time. You want to pause it?
Nah, it's fine.
We see this type of stuff all the time where people are literally finding the most vulnerable people in our communities and making them think that if they become a certain way, they can get to a certain place.
That's
and 9 times out of 10, these people never get there. The most, you know, financially vulnerable, emotionally vulnerable people believing in you and the things that you're saying out of your stupid fucking mouth, and then all of a sudden they've gotten nowhere and received nothing. But they believed you. Yeah. They believed that if they just were a little bit more feminine, or if they just hustled a little bit harder, or if they catered to their man that much more, like they could be with somebody and be successful. Oh no, the homie woke up. We gotta pause it.
Yeah, I think it's easier for people to use their intuition and kind of differentiate whether somebody's giving them good advice or bad advice when it's in person. Because, I mean, we all have people in our lives that very obviously have no clue what they're talking about. Like, people try to give us marriage advice, but they've never been in a healthy relationship. And that's literally like what a lot of these people are doing online.
And
but
I don't need your advice.
But you don't know that because it's just like the facade online. It's easy to tell, like, yo, Annie, who's been divorced 4 times and got 9 kids by 12 people.
I'm dead.
That
you don't. The math ain't math.
The math ain't math. So why you in my business? If the math ain't math, then why you in my business? You need to figure out that multiplication problem y'all got going over there. But when it's online, somebody like is making themselves to be an expert. They have the social currency of followers and stuff like that. It might be a little harder for people to differentiate if what they're saying has weight or not. Because there are a lot of people who actually do know what they're talking about and are giving, you know, a good message and have things out there. And I'm not even talking about us because we just be running our mouths. Let's get that clear. But
I mean, I would hope that we've helped y'all over the last year. Somebody,
yeah. I mean, I think I make some pretty good points. I'm not an expert, but I'm an expert at the stuff that I be going through.
Yeah, fact.
Because half the stuff we be talking about is our life and our experiences, and I'm an expert on that. I can tell you what happened.
And I'm never going to prescribe one pill to everybody.
Because it's just
you get what I'm saying? Like, these people is out here peddling medicine, and y'all all think that medicine is going to help your ailment. Is that how doctors work? And I think the doctors just give everybody the same pill and say this is gonna fix it all.
I think that's what people have to think about when somebody's telling you something online. You have to think about why are they telling you that. And this is almost like it's very parallel. I was watching a YouTube video earlier, like basically making fun of all the other YouTube videos that say if you take a Google course and get certified with these Google certificates, you can make $100,000 in tech. And I know if you've been on like TikTok, YouTube, if you're like vibing the same way I'm vibing, you've seen all these people like get in tech, you make this much money. But we can't all be in tech. We all don't want to be in tech. It just seems like an easy thing to do to get a lot of us out of the financial situation we're in. But just because they're saying get in tech, why are they telling you that? A lot of them is because they have affiliate links tied to what they're saying, or they have training courses, or they are resume writers, or they're headhunters for tech companies who get a bonus for everybody they hire. So of course they're gonna tell everybody to get into tech, regardless of your skill, your potential, your desires. Yeah, get in tech. Because when I tell you to get in tech and you try to do it, or you take this course, or you sign up for this and that, I make money whether you make the $100,000 or not. I'm gonna make my $100,000 because every time you click this link in my profile, I make $30. So why are they going to tell people that, regardless of what it actually means? They're gonna tell you whatever they gotta tell you to sell their thing.
Yeah, and I mean, that's literally exactly paralleled with the way that these people are
one
out
size fits all,
telling you, become this person and you'll be happy. And maybe that's not the happy that you're looking for.
Yeah.
Or maybe when you become that person, you're still going to be just as sad, lonely, and depressed as you was before you was that person. Yeah. Maybe even more so. So don't be out here just listening to these motherfuckers just tell y'all whatever, because it's wild. It's wild. And I know a lot of people don't have the capacity to just like know that already. You know, to know that, hey, this person's probably lying to me. I should probably look a little bit more into this. Do I really want to be a housewife? You know, and I'm not, and this is prescribed to people by women, by men, anybody. Even when, we're talking just generally, but even like in more specific terms, you have guys out here that'll tell men to like get on that game and don't accept no woman that's not this and that's not that. But then you have women out here that'll tell other women, oh man, if he can't pay your bills, don't get with him. If he don't make this much money, don't get with him. If he, but everybody looking for the love of their life.
Yeah.
The love of everybody's life don't make six figures.
Yeah, no.
The love of everybody's life is not a housewife. The love of everybody's wife not gonna wash your feet and have your slippers ready and cook your dinner. The love of everybody's life is not gonna be able to provide for you and your 6 kids.
And get this, especially with the housewife thing, I think a lot of dudes, they say they want a traditional 1950s housewife, cook, clean, and serve.
Nobody want that shit.
They don't actually want that because you
don't want the bitch to go out and work.
Exactly. 1950s housewives were at the house cooking and cleaning all day. You want somebody to share the bills with you, but you want somebody to also share all of the work, and those things conflict. And I think that's what I want people to realize coming from this episode. Just because that's the rhetoric you're hearing or what somebody says that you should want, really dig deep and think about the same things that you're saying you want and what's actually in your mind. Because if you actually want somebody to split the bills with, cool. America ain't cheap. So I ain't gonna be hating on nobody to be like, hey, I'm gonna need somebody to put something on the light bill. If that's what you want, just say that that's what you want. Don't say that you want someone to cook and clean and be on your every beck and call, but also put in overtime at the plant, just like you putting on overtime. Those two things are not compatible.
And I'm all about what's perfect for you.
Yeah.
I am all about that. If your perfect person is just at home all day, cooking, cleaning, taking care of the kids, making sure that your slippers is warm when you hit the door, and the food is on the table 30 minutes after you get there, and they meet you at the door with a scotch. Like, cool. I'm sure of it that there's a woman out there whose role is exactly that. I'm sure of it.
Who would happily do it.
They looking for you right now.
But a lot of these social media personalities will preach that anybody who doesn't want the role is a skeezer, a Jezebel, a not worthy, low class, this, that, and third. They're not. They just don't want what you want, and that is okay. Everybody wants different things. Instead of hyper fixating on all the women or all the men or all the non-binary people who won't give you what you want, just figure out what you want outside of everything else. When you're in your quiet place, when you laying down in bed by yourself and about to close your eyes, who do you think of as your perfect person? What type of relationship do you see yourself in?
And then go out
and do
be
that.
Honest.
Yeah, and be honest and go after that. You don't have to
know what you want. Like, have y'all ever watched Married at First Sight?
Yeah.
That's my show, by the way. But when you watch that show, they do all these interviews. Mm-hmm. You have to go through so many levels of shit to be on Married at First Sight because they want to match you with the perfect person. Yeah. Or a perfect person, right? I feel like we've talked about this before on this podcast, that there could be multiple soulmates for you. It just all depends on when you meet, how you meet, the circumstances, blah, blah, blah. But when you're on Married at First Sight, like, you gotta be honest. Yeah. And the only way for you to be honest and really know yourself is to take the time to know yourself. Don't go on there telling them that you're a traditional person and you're looking for a traditional husband or you're looking for a traditional wife when that's really not what you're looking for. Yeah. And you've never taken the time to know yourself, to have those like interlooks into yourself to say and be self-aware and say, hey, I'm looking for somebody who's ready to be a father, who wants to step out on this, and and who is a little traditional, but really this is exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
A little bit only traditional in this certain way, but not in this way. Like, you need to know that. Because if you out here telling people that you're looking for something that's not true, everything you receive is going to be garbage in your mind. But really and truly, it's not them, it's you.
Yeah.
Because you asking for the wrong thing. The universe has given you exactly what you asked for 15 times, and every time you throw it back in the universe's face because you've been asking for the wrong thing.
Yeah.
You're not getting the wrong thing, you asking for the wrong thing. Yeah. You know?
You can't look to anybody else to tell you what you want or what you need for something as personal and as in-depth as a relationship or a marriage. You have to know exactly what you want so you can actually go after it. And once you do, no one is going to be able to give you better advice than your own intuition, the own voice in your head. Unless you just have like some problems and you just super toxic and need to go to therapy, then maybe somebody can help you. But other than that, I just like, I feel like everybody knows what they should be doing. Whether they do it or not is a whole different story.
Yeah, like that. This whole fad phase, whatever you want to call it, where people just are capitalizing on all y'all's hopes and dreams.
Really, they're capitalizing off of people's confusion, because instead of people doing their own inner work, their shadow work, journaling, going to therapy to figure out what they want, they'd rather
just let somebody tell them,
hit subscribe so somebody can basically feed them what they want. But
you gotta do the work. Ain't no shortcuts, y'all.
Because
anybody in any successful relationship will tell you that there are no shortcuts to a happy relationship. If you get there and y'all are just great, lucky fucking you. But I ain't met one yet.
Yeah, nah.
And that's not to say that people don't love each other, that people don't cut for each other, but everybody has gone through things in their past. So when you're dealing with a relationship, it only makes sense that there are going to be conflicts, right? Because of just the things that you've gone through in your past. Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, watch what you putting in your mind, because I also feel like consuming so much of this energy has people like jaded, and they've almost like, when you become what you like, you are what you eat, right? So you are what you consuming on social media. So if you're surrounding yourself by bitter men, bitter women on social media, bitter people, period, and it's always just like conflict and disrespect and negativity, you're going to start mirroring that. Whether you like had a good vibe about it at first, you will start to think like, oh, all men ain't shit, all women ain't that, all studs cheat, all femmes are this way, all, and you'll start giving that. So when you do meet somebody, you'll be so closed off to the idea, because all you've been doing is taking in negativity.
Feeding your insecurities. Instead of trying to move away from your insecurities.
Yeah. And all that will do is end up being bitter.
Your downfall.
Yeah, you'll just end up being bitter and alone. And I hate to see so many people going down that path where they're like, man, it ain't even worth it to be in a relationship because X, Y, and Z. It's like, you ain't never even been in a relationship before. So how
not
could
a healthy one, not a successful one, not one where everybody didn't break it off and be bitter and never want to see each other again. Like, there's only one person that I've ever been with that if I seen them on the street, I would not talk to them and give them the time of day. Anybody else, it's kind of like, oh, hey, what's up? Because at the end of the day, like, you living your life and I'm living mine. Like, it just wasn't right. We didn't fit. Square peg in a round hole. Yeah. And you can't just live your life thinking that things are going to just work out for you without you doing anything. Yeah. That's like such a privileged mindset. It's wild. It's wild how privileged you have to be to think that a relationship is gonna fall in your lap and be perfect. Because what?
Yeah.
Excuse me? You know what I mean? And don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype of people saying like, "Oh, I had 15 success stories out of 4,000 people that have subscribed and watched my channel. I've got 15 success stories."
Statistically speaking, I mean, I'm not good at the math. The 9 babies, the 12 baby daddies, y'all heard me. So statistically, though, 15 out of 4,000 don't.
It ain't enough. Sorry, y'all. We got a guest in the studio, and she gives zero fucks about
Drum roll,
over
please.
here.
Okay.
But yeah, like it just the math ain't mathing.
Yeah, watch.
So you got like a 1% success
Yeah.
rate. Like why am I here? Why am I here? Everybody has a 1% success rate, buddy. Everybody.
Yeah.
The bum on the street got a 1% success rate. If everybody he
He's
talks
bringing
to,
the bum into it.
listen, I'm saying, if everybody that walk by him, he tell them, you're going to meet your soulmate today, I promise you that 1% of those people meet their soulmate that day.
Yeah, it's just
And then all of a sudden, is he a relationship guru, or did he just say that to enough people that eventually it became true?
If he's smart, he would capitalize on that moment.
Just like these niggas out here doing. Just like these women out here doing.
Yeah,
No,
man.
don't listen to them, y'all.
Watch
Put
the
in the
people.
work.
Watch the people who you're
Put
consuming.
in the work
The information
on
you're
yourself.
consuming, and ultimately, you have to do the work. You can't pass the work off on somebody else. You can't just read a book. You can't just think like a man and think it's the man's gonna fall from the sky.
You can't just pretend to be somebody else.
That part. That's a whole.
You
other
cannot
topic.
be happy pretending to be somebody else, and that's basically what these people are convincing y'all to do. Just take yourself and put yourself into this mold, and the guy you're looking for will come because he likes this mold way more than he likes you.
Or maybe there's somebody out there who likes you just who like you are.
Looking for you, and they can't find you because you're in the mold.
Pretending. What do I know though?
Y'all already know. That's just our take on it. We ain't, y'all ain't got to listen to us. Never do.
Yeah, that's what this whole episode is about. Don't listen to nobody.
Don't listen to nobody. Don't listen to people that aren't there to help you and that are just furthering their own agenda to get what they want.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the moral of the story. We definitely appreciate you guys for hanging with us today. Sorry for all the background noise. The kids is awake. They vibing.
And we usually do this after they sleep.
Y'all already know.
We're trying to be on some new shit this year. We
living
living our lives, y'all. We got y'all, but if y'all want it, y'all gonna have to get it how y'all live.
And sometimes that means the 3-year-old is farting in the background. I'm so sorry. Catch us Wifey and Wifey on social medias, Instagram. We got a Facebook too. Y'all vibe with Facebook?
We don't really be on there.
If you get on there, I'll be on there.
Yeah, y'all let us know. Do y'all Facebook? Because I could try to fit it in my schedule.
Face?
You know what I'm saying?
If y'all gonna be on there, I'll jump on there. Because I'm just trying to be where you at.
Whatever. Y'all already know we appreciate y'all so much for all the supports. You know what I'm saying? And thanks for rocking with us, y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Yo, breath stank, my boy.
Yeah.